And good morning. Welcome to SRUC Barony Campus. My name's Brian Connolly. I'm the course tutor for horticulture. For those that don't know the Barony, we're a small campus of SRUC just outside Dumfries, a couple of miles outside of Dumfries, where we have quite extensive grounds and gardens and facilities for doing horticulture courses and many other courses as well. If you're thinking of applying for the National Certificate in Horticulture, the idea of this PowerPoint is to give you a rough outline of what it involves and the kind of stuff that you'd be doing when you come to college. For a start, it's good to say that most of the stuff that we do is really of a practical basis, but there are obviously written things, working online, working with computers and things to do to achieve your outcomes. And the way that we do it is that we run the college on a 4-day-a-week basis, Monday to Thursday usually, Friday being a day in which quite a lot of students have a chance to get on with the work at home and or other work as well, for work experience and anything like that. So it's quite varied, and what we'll do is we'll run you through this PowerPoint for those of you that don't know what the Barony is about, just to give you an idea of where we are. So here we are, Barony Campus, one of the many campuses down throughout Scotland, ranging up from Aberdeen, Ayr and Edinburgh, Elmwood, Oakridge and all the rest of it. And our subject areas are from agriculture right through to wildlife conservation, horse care, forestry, engineering. Horticulture is one of those subjects that gives you an introduction to many other subject areas as well. So who knows sometimes where you might end up. But while you're here at the Barony, you have a chance and an opportunity to work amongst the campus and to see what else is going on. That's me down in the bottom there, Brian Connolly, and Martin Davis, who you would probably bump into at the moment, is my boss, if you like. He's the programme team leader for forestry, horticulture and rural skills and a lot of subjects as well. But I am the horticulturist in the campus, and you'll be working with me quite a lot of the time and many other members of the team as well. The course itself is a 28-week course, and that's, for those of you that know that, that's SCQF level 5s. We normally have an entry requirement of minimum of 3 national 4s, including English. But applicants, mature applicants in particular, with a mature attitude who are seeking to change in career, will all be assessed individually. So application on that basis. If you have other practical experience, again, we would look at your individual requirements and make sure you'll be able to join us and achieve the course. I say usually practicals on campus 3 days a week, usually 1 day a week of some written stuff, and I said there's Friday. At the moment, we've been looking at online lectures because of the pandemic and the situation we're in at the moment, but that may well change. But certainly that option is there for those of you that want to work away from home. Here we are in the bones of the garden, really. So this is some footage that we got during a lovely summer day. It's sun shining just now, and when it is, the campus can look like this. So you see pictures of the wall garden there on the left, with quite a substantial greenhouse, some polytunnels, some open beds. The garden is really under development, so it's a great opportunity to join the team to help us develop the garden. And for those of us that are interested in horticulture, we're covering a wide range of subjects, whether that be from the orchard that you can see on the right, to do with maintenance of fruit trees, grass, turf areas, all the pruning, all the associated tasks involved. Looking at a bit more depth into what the kind of units that we're doing, we cover a wide range of them. So we'd hope really to spark your interest in the plants and the plant material and things around it as well. Because as you probably know, that horticulture is one of those subjects which has a wide range of different areas within it. So as well as dealing with the plants, you'd be dealing and looking at horticulture machinery, giving you practical experience to operate them, some basic maintenance. Looking at specifically to do with plants, and a lot of it is based around plants. That's what we do mostly. So we'd be looking to identify different types of plant materials, herbaceous materials, trees, shrubs, all that sort of thing. And then ranging on to things like propagation, telling you how to grow things, ranging from propagation of trees and shrubs through to vegetables and other ornamental stuff as well. And that would take you into thinking about how we grow them and what we grow them in. Lots of issues to cover there to do with sustainability and our choice of materials that we use. A little bit of basic botany wouldn't go amiss either. So we look at basic botany and we really just trying to continue and maintain that spark about horticulture that you probably already have. That's just a basic range of some of the subjects that we've got. Others might include plant husbandry, which is about how you grow things. Looking at soft landscaping in trees and shrubs. So many people go on to be soft landscapers, and the term that uses soft landscaping is to do with the plants. And the term hard landscaping that we look at is to do with the structures and the paving and the pergolas and all that around the rest of them as well. So lots of different subjects for you to get your teeth into. We'd also look at, as well as giving you the skills to look at pesticide application. So that's very useful, probably leading on to what we like to know in the industry as tickets to give you certification and qualification to allow you to go on to other jobs and to gain experience and basically a rounded experience in what the whole of horticulture is like. I've included as well this year horticultural therapy. Again, just to broaden the range a bit, to give you an idea that there are many other jobs apart from being grounds operatives, managers of garden centres and lots of areas. So we've introduced a unit called horticultural therapy. We might get you to go and do some work experience and gain some knowledge into some of the aspects, some of the slightly different aspects. And of course, that would be tied in with what we call a work placement, which we really do like the students to take hold of it. Very often what happens with a work placement is that you find an employer who's willing to take you on to work experience. If you perform well and you're good and you're interested, very often these work placements lead to full-time, part-time jobs in the future. So again, a very useful one for you to be involved with, I think. When you've successfully completed a national certificate in horticulture as well, it can lead you on to other courses. It can lead you on to courses in HNCs and HNDs in horticulture, which looks a bit more in depth about where things go. Look into garden design, which is all about the planning, about plantsmanship, about knowing what to do. Many people do that and enjoy that aspect of it, where they can actually see themselves setting this up as garden designers, landscape architects and all the rest. If you want to go further, you could look at landscape management and, of course, HNDs in plantsmanship if you're particularly interested in the plantsmanship side as well. But of course, a lot of our students do go on to further education, but quite a lot of them we find go directly into employment, whether that be self-employment or that isn't just indeed working for somebody else across a wide range of jobs. Horticulture being one of those subjects that will lead you into many other areas as well. There are other routes available though. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have got an employer and you want to study, and the way they put it is that you want to learn and earn at the same time, is that a modern apprenticeship from Skills Development Scotland in association with us can allow you to gain qualifications, vocational training in what they call SVQs. That would be studied over an 18-month period, and some students find that a very interesting way for them to go in it. A lot of people, particularly more mature students, can find it can fit in quite well with their own lifestyle. Again, details of all of these modern apprenticeships and full-time courses, if you need to know anything further, will be available from myself, and we can get you those details. You can see some numbers there, but if you need specific things, just ask me. In the past, and what we like to do, again, it's under a bit of a cloud, this one. We don't know quite what's happening with COVID, but we would propose that various study trips and field trips would certainly run throughout the year. It's good to go out and see other gardens. Many places that we include our local gardens, and some within an hour and a half's drive: Edinburgh Botanics, Doig Botanics, Threave Gardens, many places that are on our list of places to go and see. Again, it's good for networking for you to find out what jobs are out there, what kind of work is done. In the past, we've gone quite further afield, and we would hope definitely to be having some of these included within your study this year. So, as we said before, horticulture is a many-stringed bow, if you like. It's in lots and lots of different subject areas. And as a basic introduction to horticulture, I started on the basic NC in horticulture myself and led through different aspects of what the job's all about. So we would hope that you would go on to landscaping companies, therapeutic horticulture, or trainers, work within education yourself. It is, I found, a very rewarding occupation. It's full of variety. If you enjoy the outdoor life, it's very, very rewarding. I would urge you to think about it. If you're thinking about it, urge strongly, look at where it can take you. And of course, it can take you into your own self-employment and your own business enterprises as well. Many students that we come across from the past and present are doing it and have kept in good contact with the college, some very successfully. Most of them seem to be enjoying what they're doing, working for themselves, but that's just another aspect that you could find useful. So what we have at the Barony actually is a pretty good resource. We're under review. We haven't had full-time horticulture courses for quite a while, so we're hoping to resurrect all of that. And it's an exciting time to join the Barony in the Wall Garden. Really, facilities are great in terms of educational use, very up-to-date, modern teaching facilities, smart boards, all the rest of the tech, which I'm still learning. And the grounds and gardens themselves are very varied. So we work in conjunction with forestry quite a lot, and you would have an opportunity to work widely across the campus, which you can see from that picture there. Just gives you a view. We can see the farm, we can see the wall garden down at the left, which is slightly further away from the rest of the campus. And really, basically, what you see in that picture is what we as horticulturists will be dealing with. So again, there's hard landscaping, soft landscaping, trees and shrubs, lots and lots of things to see and do throughout the campus. If you're local, then buses are available that take you from Dumfries and further afield, drop you off at the campus in the morning, are available to take you back home at night. If you're from further afield, of course, there is often accommodation on site in terms of student accommodation. And if you have a particular need for that, we could discuss that on an individual basis. Library facilities are great. Staff are fantastic and really helpful. And all of the new digital stuff that we've got in is a learning experience too, but you're probably all better on IT than I am, so you could teach me an awful lot as you go. Dining halls, good refurbished canteens, good meals, coffee bars, really good facilities that we like to use. If you are interested in any way, contact me, Brian Connolly. See my email address down at the bottom there. If you want to talk to me in person, phone up the college, make some time available. If you want to come and have a chat, always available for chats to see what's going on. And of course, any further questions that you have, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I think it could be a rewarding career for you. I hope that you give it some consideration, and I look forward to hearing from you or to seeing you in person. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Brian. We've got a couple of questions that have come in.
Sure.
I think you mentioned going on to do garden design, but somebody asked, do you do any garden design at all in the National Certificate?
Yes, well, a good question. Yes, we do. We do elements of garden design in terms of looking at certain areas, whether it be what they call mixed borders, planting, so that's your choice and selection of plants. We look out at actually doing either drawings, or there is software available that we could look at as well in terms of basic garden design and garden planting. Yeah, that's something that we do within a couple of the units. Yeah.
That's great. And one more, do you help students get work experience if they don't know anywhere?
Yes, we do. We do. Very often, if you're new to the business, you may not have the contacts available, but we and our staff and myself have various contacts within, depending on what area you come from. I'm particularly from over in the south or westerly region, but horticulture is a small world, so we all tend to know each other quite well. But if you are struggling and you have an idea of which kind of work area you would go into, we would certainly like to help you with that.
That's grand. That seems to be all the questions.
Thank you very much all for attending. I hope to see you. And bye.